And welcome YouTube as well back to your continuation of Aquarium. Um, Hopefully we do finish it today, but we will see. Uh, for those that missed the last few sessions, we regained our memories. We remember who Aqua is. Um, Ended up sleeping with her, just laying in bed, not anything else. Twice now. Going on vacation with her, and now apparently something's happening at the mansion where we have a riot going on. So let's see what it is. What do you mean, the enemy? Just what's going on right now, Miss Mari? I approach her, but Miss Mari holds up her hands to stop me. Miss Mari explains that Uncle is attacking the mansion. We're holding up our defense, but we're heavily outnumbered. And she informs us that Father's reinforcements will arrive a day late. Why'd you keep something this important from us? Of course, now my cat wants attention. Why do you always want attention when I'm streaming? I almost said I don't need such consideration, but I swallow my words. If they hadn't considered what was best for us, I probably wouldn't have been able to go to the beach with Aqua or make such wonderful memories together. Knowing that, there's no way I can say such harsh words. I'm sorry. Thank you for thinking of us. Because of you, Aqua and I were able to have a wonderful time together. But now that the battle has begun, there is no need for such concerns anymore. Please let me know if there's anything I can do. Suddenly, the window shatters and I see a hole in the picture on the wall. The moment I realize that it's a bullet, I grab Aqua and hold her tightly. It'll be okay, I'll protect you, Aqua. There's nothing to worry about. This room is completely exposed from the outside. We should move. I take the sword hanging on the wall. I would like some armor too, but I don't think there's time for that. Miss Mari nods and Miss Mari nods and guides us out of the room. We arrive in the common room and find Sister with a strained look on her face. Seeing us, her eyes widen and she rushes over to us. Sister, just what's going... Tomorrow morning, but we still have the whole night ahead of us. Can we even hold out until then? Sister keeps her gaze down and doesn't answer. Just looking at her face is clear that our situation is grave. Sister tries to comfort Aqua, who is trembling in fear. Miss Mari stands on the side of the shelf and puts both her hands on it. Wait, what about the two of you? clicked off.
少しでも敵に打撃を与え、一矢報いなくては。
Sister's eyes are filled with determination. I can tell that she has mentally prepared herself for this. But that's exactly why I hold my arms out and stand in front of her. Leave that to the soldiers and come with us, sister.
そうですよ。それに戦わなきゃいけないなら私が残ります。雇い主を守るのもメイドの務めですから。
Aqua speaks clearly, as if she's trying to convince herself as well. Sister turns to Aqua and gives her a stern
そ
look.
れはテオと離れることになるのも覚悟の上ですか。もちろんです。お嬢様を置いてメイドが逃げるなんてあってはいけないことです。
Aqua stands her ground, but I can see her hands trembling slightly. She's probably terrified, desperate to find the temptation to flee. Then suddenly Sister reaches out and clasps Aqua's hands.
無理しなくて。死ぬのは誰だって怖いですからね。特に今は幸せいっぱいでしょうから。余計に死にたくない時期でしょうし。でも私はメイドとして。私はテオの幸せを誰よりも願っています。そしてあなたはテオが愛する人なら私に守らせてください。アクアさんのことをテオの幸せのために。
Sister speaks slowly and softly, as if trying to convince Aqua. Aqua's shoulders start to tremble and large tears pour down her cheeks.
お嬢様、私メイド失格です。お嬢様を守らなきゃいけないのに逃げていいって言われてほっとしちゃって。私お嬢様の言う通りテオと離れたくないです。せっかく幸せにな
I
れたの
clicked too
に
soon there.
もう終わりなんて。そんなの嫌なんです。
Sister gently hugs Aqua as she cries.
テオと離れなくていいんですよ。むしろずっと一緒にいて弟を支えてあげてください。
What heaven? Sheesh.
しっかり者に見えて意外と抜けてるところがありますから。弟のことよろしくお願いします。
Oh, my hand got grabbed. Give my cat attention. He just wants to gnaw my hand right now.
はい、吹雪お嬢様。
Aqua continues to cry as she clings to Sister's clothes.
アクターはご主人様と一緒に逃げたいみたいですけど、ご主人様はどうします？もう館も包囲されてますし、ここに残ったら間違いなく死にますよ。
What about you, Miss Murray? Will you be staying behind with Sister?
お嬢様を一人にはしておけませんし、それに腕に覚えもありますから。敵に一泡くらいは吹かせてやりますよ。
Saying that, she holds up her musket in one hand. I'm not sure what to say at a time like this, but you look really cool, Miss Murray.
やっと私の魅力に気づいたんですか？ちょっとエッチでそこそこ戦えちゃうメイドですからね。 でもご主人様にはアクタンがいるんですから浮気はダメですよ。一生かけてアクタンを守ってあげてくださいね。
Miss Murray looks at me as if she's trying to tell me that I must not die here today. I promise I'll protect Aqua.
安心しました。さあそろそろ逃げてください。 敵に見つかっちゃいますよ。
Okay, sister. Just as I try to speak to sister, a black object comes flying through the window. There's a thread on one end that's on fire. I realize it's a grenade, but the explosion sends me flying. Ah, shit. Violent impact rattles my organs and makes my ears ring. The air in my lungs is sucked out, making me cough uncomfortably. Uncontrollably. Ugh. I was saying it right initially. I think that landed on someone.
お嬢様、吹雪お嬢様。
The moment I hear Aqua's voice, I immediately jump up. Sister!
テオ、無事ですか？
There's something seriously wrong with Sister's breathing. Her lungs must have been damaged from the impact of the explosion. Don't speak. We'll treat you immediately.
そんな時間はないでしょ。早く逃げなさい。お嬢様。
Aqua holds Sister's trembling hands. Sister. My head feels completely overwhelmed, not unable to say anything. But in front of me was no longer the strong person who always guided me. She's genuinely speaking to me as my sister.
テオは泣き虫ですね。アクアさん、不出来な弟ですが、どうぞよろしく。お嬢様、お嬢様も一緒に逃げましょうよ。そんな体じゃもう戦えないじゃないですか。だったら逃げても誰も悪いこと言いませんよ。一緒に逃げてお医者さんに行きましょうよ。
Even as Aqua pleads, crying her eyes out, Sister slowly shakes her head.
私はここに残ります。足手まといになりたくありません。どうかテオとアクアさんは無事に。明日になればお父様も助けに来ますから。マリン、あとは頼みました。
Sister? Sister! Sister drops as if the threads holding her up are severed, and I catch her in my arms. But no matter how much I shake her, heavy, exhausted by, her eyes don't open.
気絶しているだけみたいですね。とはいえ、いつ死んでもおかしくないですけど、至近距離で手投げ弾を食らったんですから、さっきまで意識があった方が不思議なくらいです。きっと最後にアクタンとご主人様と話したかったんでしょうね。
Miss Murray,
ご主人様はなすべきことをなしてください。お嬢様が命を削って伝えてくれたことを忘れないで。
Miss Murray looks at me with a strong, penetrating gaze. So I hold back my tears and give her a firm nod. Let's get out of here, Aqua.
でもお嬢様が、それにマリンも。お嬢様専属メイドとしてお嬢様を放っておけないでしょ。それにこのままじゃ敵に捕まっちゃうかもしれないし、それだけは避けないと。でもだって。
I grab Aqua's shoulder and shake my head. With a heavy breath, I speak softly to Aqua. We have to go,
でも
Aqua.
テ
I'm going to protect you. That's what I have to do. I can't do that if we stay here, so please listen to me. Desperately trying to hold back her tears, Aqua lowers her head. Aqua is about to say something, but she swallows her words. She then lightly shakes her
オ。
head.
分かりたくないけど、お嬢様とマリンと離れるの嫌だけど、でも仕方ないって分かってるつもり。マリン、短い間だったけど本当にお世話になりました。まだまだたくさんいろんなことマリンから教わりたかった。私も楽しかったわよ。ま、アクタンは私の娘だからしぶとく生き残れるでしょ。もうマリンから生まれた覚えはないっていつも言ってるじゃん。
That is the.
またね、アクタン。ご主人様と幸せになりなさいよ。うん、またね、マリン。お嬢様によろしく。
The two lightly wave as they look away from each other. And just before entering the secret passages, I also give Miss Mari a deep nod, but I don't say goodbye. We enter the secret passage leading us to a pitch black tunnel. I tightly grip Aqua's hand and move forward as I follow the wall with my left hand.
マリンたち大丈夫かな。ごめん、変なこと言って。
No, it's not weird. The air is heavy and I don't know what to say. Sister is severely injured and Miss Mari can't abandon her. I know that neither of them would give up on their lives so easily without a fight, but my mind is filled with nothing but the worst possibilities.
マリン、お嬢様。
We have to live even just a little longer. They gave us a chance to escape, so we have to survive. We can't let their efforts go to
テ
waste.
オは強いね。私、もう心が折れそうだよ。
I'm really not. I'm worried about them too, and I keep imagining the worst. I want to go back to the mansion right now and save Sister. I want to fight with them. Sister and Miss Murray might be surrounded by the enemy right now, breathing their last breath as we speak. They might be in pain and suffering. I owe so much to Sister and Miss Murray. But I ran away selflessly, leaving them both behind. But we can't go back. Aqua feels like she's about to stop, but I pull her hand and we walk farther into the darkness. I promise both of them that I'll protect you, so for them, we have to escape here. And I also want to spend more time with you, Aqua. I want us to live on together. We continue forward step by step and we begin to feel a breeze. We're almost to the exit.
私もテオと一緒にいたい。ずっとずっと。だからもう振り向かない。お嬢様とマリンの思いも背負って生きていく。一緒に生き延びよう、テオ。
Yeah, together, no matter what. We hold each other's hands tightly and continue walking. To live on together, even if only just a little longer. Finally reached the end of the tunnel. I go outside first to make sure it's safe, then I beckon to Aqua. There doesn't seem to be an ambush, you can come out.
うん。はあ、やっと一息つけた。
Aqua takes a deep breath and fills her lungs with fresh air. We're not out of the woods yet, we have to get somewhere safe before anyone catches up to us.
でもここはどこだろう。どこにでもありそうな森みたいだけど。
I look around with Aqua. We're surrounded by trees and there's not a single man-made object in sight. We also can't hear anything, so we can only guess that we are very far from any settlements. First, we should get down the mountain before the sun sets. It'll be tough to move around if it gets dark. I'm sure they left us some waymarks to help us find our way down. Let's look around. Aqua nods and she starts looking around the tunnel exit. For some time, Aqua pushes through a tall grass, raises her voice.
あ、見つけた。これ矢印っぽくない？
Aqua points to where pebbles are arranged in the shape of an arrow. It points to the right.
きっと矢印の方向に進めってことだよね。行こう、テオ。
But we have to be careful. We don't know where the enemy could be lurking. I'll lead the way, so stay quiet and follow behind me, Aqua. I see Aqua nod and start heading further into the mountain, following the arrows. We walk cautiously, treading through the harsh, pathless mountainside. There are roots and rocks all over the ground, and if we're not careful, we could trip. There are some thick branches above us. Watch your head.
うん。よいしょ。は
What, Heaven? No. What? What? You're the one that wants attention right now. Oi. You're not getting any food yet. Sheesh. Why is that not bringing any sounds? Aqua slightly bends over to avoid the branches. She's hardly speaking now, so I can only imagine how hard this is on her. Wanting to try and cheer up, I reach out my hand to her. I know it's tough, but we can't stop yet. We have to get somewhere safe as soon as possible.
どこに行くつもりなの？
Father will be here tomorrow. We can either meet up with him, or if that's not possible, we'll go to
そう
Valence.
だね。ヴィランスのみんなとっても優しかったもん。シスターとも仲良くなれたし、きっと力を貸してくれるよ。
As if Aqua sees a glimmer of hope, her expression brightens. Either way, we have to hurry and get down the mountain. I'm sorry for being hard
う
on you.
ん、今が頑張り時だって分かってるから大丈夫。行こう、テオ。私のことは気にしないで。マリンとお嬢様のためにも絶対に生き残らなきゃ。
Just as I nod, we hear some voices in the distance. Aqua and I instinctively look at each other and crouch down.
今の空耳じゃないよね。
I don't see any buildings or smoke, though. Let's watch from here for a moment. So we hide behind a large rock. We hear voices again. The voices are much clearer this time, but it sounds like they're out for blood.
テオ、岩の隙間から向こうが見えるよ。誰か近づいてきてるみたい。
I also lean against the crack to peek through. I see men wearing crude armor. They're looking around and slowly walking in our direction. I remember seeing the crest on their waist. That's Uncle's crest. They must be some of his mercenaries. They will most likely kill us if they catch us.
早く逃げよう。このままじゃ見つかっちゃうよ。
I nod and we get on the ground and crawl in the opposite direction of the mercenaries. We continue farther and farther from the waymarks, and before we know it, we're wandering aimlessly in the forest. Oh, great.
真っ暗になっちゃった。もうどっちから来たかわからないよ。景色もあんまり変わり映えしないし、ここさっきも通ったっけ？
I don't think so, but I'm not sure. After sunset, the forest is so dark that we can't even see our own feet. And no matter how much we walk, everything looks the same, so I begin to think that we're walking in circles.
お腹すいた。って弱音吐いてる場合じゃないよね。もうちょっと頑張らないと。
Aqua tries to motivate herself, but she looks pale. We continue to walk mindlessly through the pathless mountainside while trying to avoid the enemy. I train regularly, so this isn't anything I can't handle, but Aqua's at her limit. Let's take a break here. If we keep walking around like this, we'll only get more lost.
ごめんテオ。足引っ張って。
Don't worry about it. I'm a little tired too. I smile and sit down on the ground first, so it's easier for Aqua to also relax, but not have to worry about being
じゃ
considerate.
あ私も座っちゃおっと。はあ、もうクタクタ。足が棒みたいだよ。
Not caring about dirtying her clothes, Aqua wearily drops to the ground. Her face is dripping with sweat and she looks completely exhausted. Rest here for a while. I'm going to take a look around.
私も一緒に行く。こ こんな暗いところ一人で待ってるなんて怖いよ。
But you're tired, aren't you?
いいの、テオと離れたくない。
Aqua clings to my arm as she speaks with a shivering voice. Her whole body is trembling with fear. No matter what, I have to at least protect her. Then we'll walk slowly. If it gets too tough, tell me right away, okay? I see Aqua nod. We begin carefully surveying the area. After searching around our makeshift rest spot, we return to our original location. Along the way, we come across a small stream, and we take a moment to breathe and refresh ourselves.
はあ、川で顔を洗えて少しすっきりしたよ。周りには誰もいなさそうだったし、ゆっくり休めそうだね。
Yeah, that's a relief. Whew. I'm completely beat. Unconsciously, I let out a whimper as I sit down. The ground feels cold and very hard. Aqua sits down next to me and gently rests her head on my shoulder.
はあ、疲れた。もう一歩も歩けないよ。
Same here. I haven't walked this much in a long time.
せっかく二人っきりで山を歩いたのに、ロマンチックさのかけらもなかったもんね。今度山の中を歩くときはお昼にしよう。お弁当を持ってハイキングに行くの。木の実を集めたり、お花を見たり、湖畔でお弁当を食べたり。歩き疲れたら木陰で一休みして、またのんびり歩いて。ね、楽しそうでしょ？
I smile and nod. It's a small wish that would have been so easily granted before, but now I can't even promise her. I don't even know when we'll get off this mountain, and even if we do, can we even escape? Perhaps because I'm showing my fear and uncertainty all over my face, Aqua narrows her shoulders and hugs her knees.
私たち、これからどうなるんだろう。いつ追っ手に見つかるかもわからないし、もし見つかったらひどい目に遭いそうだし。それに、マリンとお嬢様のことも心配だし。
Just hearing her trembling voice trying to hold back her tears feels like a stake driving through my heart. I can't let my fear overtake me. I have to stay strong for Aqua. Thinking so, I convince myself to get my act together and desperately try to liven up the mood. It'll be okay. Father will be here soon, and he'll save us. His army is incredibly strong. The enemy doesn't stand a chance.
そうだといいね。みんな無事だといいな。
Aqua mumbles and looks up at the sky. We can see the stars through the gaps in the clouds, and a slightly chilling breeze is in the air. It's cold, right? Come a little closer.
うん。
Aqua, sitting beside me, leans closer to my body. I also wrap my arm around her shoulder. Give me a minute. My cat wanted some attention there.
テオの体、あったかいね。気持ちが安らぐよ。
You too. I want to stay like this forever.
うん。このまま時間が止まっちゃえばいいのにって思う。 戦いもない二人だけの大切な時間を過ごしたい。
I'm sure we'll be able to. Fun days are waiting for us once all this is
う
over.
ん、希望をなくしちゃダメだよね。まだ私たち終わってないもん。
That's right, our relationship has just gotten started. Looking at up to the sky with hope in my heart, I see moon peeking through the clouds. Once we safely get off the mountain, what do you want to do?
まずはマリンとお嬢様に会いに行きたいよね。みんなで今まで通り楽しく過ごすの。マリンと協力してメイドの仕事をして、庭もきれいにして。でもずっと館にいると二人きりになれないから、頃合いを見てデートしたいな。前にテオが言ってた温泉も行きたいし、また海も行きたいし。きっとテオとだったらどこに行っても楽しいと思う。テオはどこか行きたいところある？
I want to visit your family home, and I like to meet your parents.
うちの両親に？ダメダメ、絶対ダメ。恥ずかしいもん。
We're lovers now, so I should at least meet your parents.
ダメだって、うちの家はボロいし、お父さんもお母さんも貴族みたいにちゃんとしてないし。それに貴族とお付き合いすることになりましたって言ったらびっくりして腰抜かしちゃうよ。
Why is my Discord showing? What? Oh. But I have to meet them at least once, right? Besides, I'm kind of curious to see where you grew up.
気持ちはわかるけど、恥ずかしすぎるから、合わせるタイミングは私に任せて。落ち着いたら絶対に合わせるから、約束。
Okay, I'm looking forward to it.
うん、約束。ああ、緊張するな。うちの親、絶対粗相するよ。
It'll be fine. I won't do anything to embarrass you. I'll be on my best behavior. Seeing Aqua burrow her head into her hands is so adorably cute that I can't help but laugh a little. And just as I breathe in, I notice a strange smell that tickles my nose. Do you smell something?
確かに。くんくん。
They're burning the woods.
もしかして焦げ臭い？でも町からは離れてるだろうし、私たち火も使ってないし、なんで？
I have a bad feeling about this. I'll go check where it's coming from.
私も行く。
We stand up hurriedly and head towards the smell together. Gradually, the smoke intensifies. We start to feel the scorching heat. My bad feeling becomes reality. They're burning the woods.
これ。
We stand frozen, watching a blazing wall of fire destroy everything in its path. Even though we're still pretty far from the fire, I feel the scorching heat sting in my skin.
何？山火事？
I'm sure Uncle set the whole mountain on fire to kill us.
なんで？さっきまで普通に探してたじゃん。
Uncle must be panicking. If he doesn't hurry, he'll have to face Father and his army. Since he can't search for us and fight Father at the same time, I think he's trying to burn everything down and concentrate on the fight.
だからって山を一つ丸焼きにするの？そんなの正気じゃないよ。
Hearing that what Uncle is capable of, Aqua bites her
木
lips.
とか草とか動物たちだっているのに、それに全部火をかけるなんて、そんなのひどすぎるよ。あんまりだよ。
As if any insult to Aqua's grief, a tree burned to cinder burst. Sparks of fire soar high into the sky, falling to the dry ground like snow. If we stay here, we'll get surrounded by fire. We have to hurry and get out of here. I force my tired body to move and grab Aqua's hand. We start wandering through the forest again, looking for a break in the fire.
まずいよテオ。どっち行っても火が迫ってくる。まるでぐるっと火に取り囲まれちゃったみたい。
I don't want to admit it, but I'm sure Aqua's right. Perhaps Uncle really did set the entire mountain on fire. In any case, we have to find a way out of here. If we stay here, we're going to be toast.
わかった。どっちに行けばいいの？
To be honest, I don't have any idea myself, but in that moment, we hear rustling in nearby bushes.
何？
Stand behind me. It might be the enemy. I step in front of Aqua and draw my sword. No matter what I have to do, I will protect Aqua. I intend to keep my promise. But if there are multiple enemies, I can feel my hands swaying as I grip my sword. And what comes out of the bush is a cat. Oh, it's just a cat. Don't scare us like that.
ちょっと待って。この猫、見覚えがあるの。
It's the cat that was in the mansion.
ねえ、猫、こっち来てくれる？ほら、手をも剣をしまって。
I sheathe my sword and the cat approaches without a trace of hesitation and rubs up against Aqua's leg. Now that I think about it, I remember this fearless cat as
あ、
well.
やっぱりこの猫、前に館に迷い込んできた子だよ。ほら、テオの部屋に逃げ込んじゃって棚の上に乗っかっちゃった子。
Oh yeah, I remember now. I remember Aqua wrestling around to save a cat that had jumped up on the shelf some time ago.
きっと私たちに助けられた恩を返しに来たんだよ。
Aqua crouches down and looks into the cat's eyes.
ねえ猫、私たちどっちに行けば助かるかわからなくて困ってる。よかったら火のない場所の行き方教えてくれない？
The cat meows and starts walking straight.
こっちだって、ついていこう。
How do you know?
猫がそう言ってるからだよ。勘だけど。
I almost laugh, as this feels like a punchline to a bad joke.
でもさ、この子だって火に追いつかれるのは嫌なんだと思うんだ。だからきっと正しい道を選んでくれるはずだよ。
That kind of makes sense, but it also doesn't. But it's not like we have much of a choice. Let's follow it.
猫、道案内よろしくね。
The cat meows and runs off into the forest. And so as to not lose sight of it, we scurry right behind it. Amazing. It's really leading us away from the fire.
だね。でも、猫早すぎ。ついてけないよ。
The cat looks back at us and meows loudly as if urging us to hurry. We trail behind as best we can, but we're already at our limits. We find ourselves completely exhausted, gasping for air. Aqua trips over a weathered tree and falls head first onto the ground. Looking closely, I see that her clothes are tattered and she's covered in scratches and bruises all over. I waste no time and run over to help her up. Are you okay, Aqua?
もうダメ。限界だよ。テオ一人なら逃げ切れるかもしれないから。
Don't you say that. Come on, stand up. I'll carry you.
ダメ。足手まといになりたくない。私のせいでテオを死なせたくない。私はもうテオからたくさんの幸せをもらった。だからもう十分。
Aqua smiles with tears brimming in her eyes. The look on her face is the most heartbreaking and lonely I've ever seen. Seeing her like this makes me well up with frustration and anger. I feel completely pathetic for allowing my beloved to go through such pain. I'm a noble. Nobles are greedy. If we don't get everything we want, we're not happy. Wealth, status, honor, everything. So don't you think for a second that I'm going to let go of the person I love. It's your fault for falling in love with me. I will never allow you to die alone. I gather all the pride I have and throw it at Aqua. She absently listens to my rant and smiles gently.
結構強引なところあるんだね。ちょっとドキッとしちゃった。
Say what you want. I'll do whatever it takes to keep you alive. So choose. Do you want to run or be carried? We don't have time.
走る。もうちょっとだけ頑張る。
Aqua stands up slowly and grabs my hand. But in that moment, a strong wind blows, sending sparks of fire flying all at once. The sparks then pour back down like rain in the forest, and withered trees next to us go up in flames. Aqua, run! We start running again, but the fire's spreading faster than before, and I can feel its blaze against my back.
やばいってテオ、このままじゃ私たち丸焦げだよ。やだやだやだ、死にたくない、死にたくないよ。私テオとやりたいこといっぱいあるのに、やっとテオに素直な気持ち伝えられるようになったのに、死ぬなんて絶対に嫌だよ。
Aqua frantically wails as she desperately tries to keep up with the cat. However, the fire rages on unrelentingly, attacking us with burning leaves, brushes, roots, branches. I think it's supposed to say bushes. Everything. The cat suddenly stops and starts crying as it looks up. I look up to see a thick branch engulfed in flames about to fall above Aqua. Aqua, above you, get out of the way. The moment Aqua cowers down as she covers her head with her arms, the flaming branch snaps. But just as I'm about to jump in to protect her, a pitch black shadow darts right by me. The cat ran straight into the branch, pushing it away from falling right onto Aqua. Aqua, are you hurt?
大丈夫みたい。でもどうして私焼かれちゃうと思ったのに。
The cat protected you, isn't that right, Kitty? As I say, I look around, wanting to praise the cat. Huh? Where'd it go, Kitty? Then I see a round object in the corner of my eyes. It's trembling slightly, and there's reddish black blood oozing out of it. It takes me a few seconds to realize that it's the same energetic and fearless cat that has been leading us. Oh no. Aqua notices too, and for a moment she freezes in shock. Then, without a second thought, she rushes over to the cat and holds it in her arms.
猫、しっかりして猫。
Fuck! Despite Aqua's desperate cries, the cat just breathes heavily. I can't believe this is the same various cat that was with us mere moments ago.
とにかく止血しないと。こうやって傷口を押さえつけて。
What heaven? Sheesh, I know you want attention. You always want attention. Oh, it doesn't even hesitate to get her hands wet with blood. She cradles the cat, but the bleeding doesn't seem to slow.
確かに言ったよ。猫は恩返しに来たんじゃないかって。でもだからって命がけで助けるなんて言ってないじゃん。死んじゃったらそこで終わりなんだよ。もう一緒に遊べないんだよ。なのにどうして私たちを守るためにこんな。
Aqua clutches the cat to her chest as tears pour down her cheeks. I get down on one knee and bow deeply to the cat. What? My cat's now doing. Thank you. We will never forget you. I thank the cat for giving us another chance. As I do, Aqua continues weeping. If I could, I would wait here until Aqua comes down, but we don't have that kind of leisure. We cannot waste the life that Sister, Miss Mari, and this cat have given us. We have to survive even just a second longer. To do that, Aqua needs to stand up, and we need to keep moving. I turn my heart cold and tap Aqua's shoulder. We have to go. We'll get caught in the fire if we stay here.
無理だよ。逃げ道なんてないよ。どうせこのまま二人とも死んじゃうんだ。
Maybe so, but we have to stay alive as long as we can, for the sake of those who risk their lives to protect us. If we give up here, their deaths will be in vain. I don't want that.
ほんのちょっと長生きできたからってどうなるっていうの。
I want to be with the person I love for even just a second longer. I want people to remember us, remember that we once lived. It might just be me being selfish. People might even laugh at me for saying such pointless and stupid things. But even so, I want to spend as much time as I can with you, Aqua. I stare into Aqua's eyes and pour out my heartfelt feelings for her. Aqua bites her lips as she holds back her tears. She then looks at me.
私だってテオと一緒にいたい。だって子供の頃からずっとテオのこと好きなんだもん。メイドになる前だって、なった後だって、恋人になってからだって、ずっとテオのこと考えなかった日がないくらい愛してるんだもん。
Aqua's words rumble in my heart and I feel tears welling up. I can't let myself cry yet. We have to survive first. So I steel myself and take a big breath. Let's run. Just a little farther, just a little longer. We entwine our fingers and hold each other's hands tightly. Our hands are covered in sweat and mud, but we don't have the time to worry about such trivial things. We continue forward, weaving through breaks in the flames, and climb higher and higher. Without any sense of time, we just keep walking. Then suddenly we reach the edge of the forest and stand in front of a cliff. From the sound of the water flowing down, it seems to be about 20-30 meters high.
行き止まりみたい。急いで引き返そう。
No, I don't think we can. Turn around and see the fire closing in behind us. This area is close to the river, so it appears to be slowing down the fire, but I'm sure that even this area will be consumed in time. Uh, damn it! If I could just get you out of here.
ダメ。私はテオから離れないよ。何があっても絶対。
I hear a hint of anger in her voice. Giving in, I lower my head to her. Sorry, I promise to never make you feel sad or lonely.
助かるときは二人一緒。約束だよ。
I don't ask her about what would happen if we didn't get out of here, because I'm sure her answer is the same as mine. Aqua then crouches down and starts digging the ground with a branch. Aqua, what are you doing?
猫のお墓作ってあげようと思って。ちゃんと弔ってあげないとかわいそうだし。
Aqua turns her gaze to the motionless cat. If his stomach isn't stained with blood, it would look like it was sleeping peacefully.
ごめんね。二人で生き残る方法を考えなきゃいけないのに、わがまま言って。
She ran, still holding the cat. No, it's not selfish. This is important. I pick up a nearby stone and start digging alongside her. We'll be dead by now if this cat hadn't saved us. We have to thank it properly.
このまま放置なんてできないよ。
In silence, we continue to dig a grave and bury the cat. I then place a stone on top as a headstone, and Aqua offers flowers she picked nearby.
ありがとう、猫。私たちを守ってくれて。おかげで少し長く生き延びられたよ。もし来世で出会えたら、いっぱいお礼させてね。
Aqua puts her hands together and gently closes her eyes. I also do the same and pray for the cat's repose. After finishing our prayers, I decide to tell Aqua what's going to happen to us. Hey, Aqua?
言わなくてもわかるよ。逃げ道、もうないんでしょ。
There is, it's off the cliff. How did you
だ
know?
って手を顔に出やすいんだもん。口に出さなくてもバレバレ。
I'm sorry, but I don't know what to do anymore. My chest feels tight, filled with feelings of helplessness and frustration. If only we had gotten off the mountain quicker. If only we had escaped to a village before the fire was set. Thinking about all the what ifs, all the things we could have done, I feel nothing but regret and my heart
謝
sinks.
らないで。テオは一生懸命頑張った。私一人だったらすぐに丸焦げになってたもん。それに最後の思い出が悲しい顔なんて嫌だよ。笑顔でいいよ。ね。
You're so strong, Aqua.
そんなことないよ。私だってめちゃくちゃ怖いよ。でもテオが一緒だから。テオには笑顔の私を覚えていてほしいから。だから笑顔になれるの。怖い気持ちなんかに負けてたまるかって。
Holding back the tears in the corners of her eyes, Aqua forces a smile. Her shoulders are trembling and it looks like she could burst into tears at any moment. She says, she says she's not, but Aqua's really is strong, so I also try my best to smile. It's hard to smile when you try to force yourself, huh? Even though it's usually so easy. Well, am I
全
smiling?
然すっごく泣きそうになってる。もう世話が焼けるな。
Saying that, Aqua draws closer to me. I can, I can see each of her eyelashes, and I can even feel her breath on my skin. Aqua, what are you?
少ししゃがんで。
Aqua stands on the tip of her toes, presses her forehead
子
against mine.
供の頃にお母さんにやってもらったの。元気の出るおまじないって。どう？少しは元気でそう？
Yeah.
なんか歯切れ悪いな。私じゃ元気になれない？
No, that's not true. I'm just a little embarrassed.
たまにはいいじゃん。私はいつも恥ずかしいこと言われてるんだから。私だってテオの恥ずかしがるところ見てみたいよ。
Aqua's gentle smile helps my shoulders relax. I realize I'm still here with the person I love, and that alone fills my heart.
やっとテオが笑ってくれた。ほんと世話が焼けるよね。でもよかった。やっとテオの役に立てたよ。ずっとテオに引っ張られてきたから、ちょっと気にしてたんだ。足手まといになってるんじゃないかって。
You're not holding me back. You're the only reason I've made it this far, Aqua. If it wasn't for you, I would have given up long ago.
大げさって思うけど、私も同じ気持ち。テオと一緒だったから頑張れた。もっともっと一緒に頑張りたかった。私、テオと一緒にやりたいことたくさんあったんだ。もっと一緒に遊びたかった。お世話もしたかった。旅行も行きたかった。もっと一緒に毎日を過ごしたかった。そんなささやかな夢ももう叶えられないんだね。
Seeing Aqua smile sadly, my body moves on its own. I hold her hands, and I can feel them slightly
でも
trembling.
ね、一番叶えたかった夢は叶ったんだよ。それはね、テオともう一度出会って昔のことを話すこと。諦めそうな時もあったけど、でもテオはちゃんと私のことを思い出してくれた。ありがとう、テオ。私のことを思い出してくれて、夢叶えてくれて。
No matter how many times I forget, I will always remember you again and again. I promise.
私も約束する。テオのこと絶対に忘れないよ。
The trees around us are on fire, and I feel the raging heat closing up on us. This is it.
喉が焼けちゃいそう。息が苦しい。
Let's get away from the fire as much as we can. Saying that, I lead Aqua closer to the edge of the cliff. So we get so close that if we took a few more steps, we'd fall off. It's a long way down. I can hear the waterfall splashing at the very bottom.
高いな。覗き込んだだけで下に吸い込まれそうだよ。テオ、ちゃんと手を握っててね。
I nodded and twined my fingers with hers.
テオの手汗びっしょりだ。
Sorry. I panic and try to take my hand back, but Aqua keeps a firm grip.
話しちゃダメ。最後までテオに触れてたい。
I nod and tighten my grip. Does
ちょ
that
っ
hurt?
とだけ。でも平気。テオの全部を感じたいから。
We just hold our hands and stand here, looking up at the night sky.
あー、綺麗な星空。まるで星が降ってくるみたい。戦争が起きたり、森が燃やされたりしても、空は全然変わらないんだね。
I'm sure that when we met, and from now on as well, it will always be the same.
これから先か。ねえテオ、私がみんなの前で歌った歌覚えてる？絆の大切さとか、一度途切れた絆はまたつなぎ直せるって歌。
Of course, I remember it.
私ね、あの歌に書かれてること本当だと思ってるんだ。だってテオとはまた出会えた。ヴィランスでもみんな仲直りできた。だからマリンとかお嬢様とか猫とかテオとか、みんなの絆がここで途切れちゃっても、来世とかここじゃない世界でまた絆を結べるんじゃないかって思ってる。
Some other world. What do you mean?
お腹いっぱいご飯が食べられて平和に暮らせる世界とか。
I like that. That sounds amazing. Try to imagine the other world that Aqua envisions. A world where Aqua's sister, Mari the cat, and I all live together happily. A world without pain and no sadness. Oh, how I wish we could live in such a place.
ねえテオ、最後に一つわがまま言っていい？
Of course, wherever you say, I'll do it.
今から歌う歌を聞いててほしいの。ヴィランスで歌ったあの曲を。テオ、私の歌には力があるって言ってたでしょ。だからきっとこの歌を覚えててくれれば、違う世界に行ってもまた出会えると思うの。だって一度結んだ絆は何度でも結び直せるから。
Yeah, I'll remember the song. I'll use it to find you no matter what world you're in. Because where you are, Aqua, that's where I
あ
belong.
りがとうテオ。私テオのために精一杯歌うね。そっと光る二つの星に願いましょう。いつまでもそばで笑い合えるように。
Aqua begins gently singing a melody. Her beautiful voice cuts through the thick smoke stretching out into the starry night sky.
心が傷ついて涙が溢れても。
Perhaps due to the smoke, Aqua suddenly coughs. I shove my worry through my hand, but Aqua continues to sing.
あなたは優しくて隣で寄り添ってくれた。
The smoke thickens and our breath becomes shallower. Just breathing is difficult enough, but Aqua continues to sing. Trying to bring myself just a little closer to her, I take a deep breath. When our hearts were full, brimming with happiness. Yeah, no, I'm not singing it. So anyone that wants it, fuck off. You'll always smile next to me. Aqua understands as I start singing, so we begin taking turns. Forever, hand in hand.
もう離さないから。
If we close our eyes,
きっとまた会えるよ。
our hearts become one and we both understand what each other is thinking. The joy of singing together, the fear of dying, her wishes for the next life, and despair of our bond breaking, and also the hope of mending our broken bond. Slowly, our little ensemble formed by our shared feelings comes to an end.
テオ、
Aqua squeezes my hand. We don't need words anymore. Our hearts become one through our singing. Sparks fly all around us, burning holes in our clothes. Our bodies are covered in burn marks and blisters. But we continue to smile, gazing at each other. That's because we truly believe that this isn't goodbye. What heaven? Why are you on my desk now, huh? Lay down. Lay. Lay. I said lay down. It means lay. Lay. No. Oi. Over here. Uh, my cat wants attention. Always wants attention. Always, always, always. Sadly, I know you guys can't hear him purr. My mic's not that sensitive. See you later, Aqua.
またね。
I tightly embrace Aqua so we don't get separated. Then, for a moment, the clouds break and we can see the full moon. I'll find you as many times as I need to, and I will go to you, Aqua.
私もテオに届くようにずっと歌い続ける。
Because broken
結
bonds.
び直せる。
And that moment, a sudden gush of wind sways our bodies, letting the wind carry us. We lightly kick off the ground. For a moment, I feel like I'm floating. Then the sound of the wind stops. I hold on to Aqua, feeling her warmth until the very end. Jumped down the cliff. We're in modern time. And watch, Aqua's going to be an idol, just like she actually is. Ow! I feel a sudden shock throughout my back and reflexively open my eyes. I see a familiar ceiling and light. In just a few seconds, I realize that I'm in my room. And then it occurs to me that I've fallen out of bed. Ow! That's weird. This never happened to me before. Maybe it's because I slept in an awkward position, but the back of my head feels really heavy. I stand up to stretch, and as I do so, I see my reflection in the window. My hair is a complete mess, and I'm wearing sweatpants and a sweatshirt. Just lazy old me enjoying summer break to the fullest. Well, that was one bizarre dream. I was the son of a noble, fell in love with a maid, and at the end jumped off a cliff. Like, it was like some terrible fan fiction. Fan fictions aren't that terrible. What the hell? I guess I've just been watching too much anime like that. Like, ouch! That's a stab at my ow. That's all I do when I'm not playing my games is watch anime. Scratching my head, I sit on my bed. It was a dream that's completely opposite of my actual life. Yet it just felt so real, and I could still feel the sensation of the raging fire and throwing myself off the cliff. It was realistic for a dream, but I guess it's still just a dream. Wanting to forget all about this gloomy, depressing feeling, I pick up my phone. As usual, I open my social media app to check my timeline feeds, but then a VO ad pops up. Normally I ignore it, but for some reason I tap play. Aqua. This song, it feels like I've heard it somewhere before, but I can't be sure if I've actually heard it somewhere or if I'm just mistaking it for some other similar song. I feel an itch in the back of my head, so I click the link to figure out where I've heard it. The link takes me to some channel on a streaming site. It's a channel called Aqua Channel. Really? Are we doing an advertisement for Aqua's YouTube channel? Really? The moment I see that name, I feel a strange sudden rush of nostalgia. At the same time, tears come flowing out uncontrollably. That's weird. Why does this make me feel so lonely and sad? But I also feel so happy at the same time. But as I clutch my phone, dazed and confused, the channel refreshes. It looks like a live stream just started. I suddenly feel an urge, like it's calling me, so I tap the thumbnail and open the stream. It's gonna be one of Aqua's channel.
皆さんどうも、こんばんは。みなとアクアです。
Oh my gosh, really? They had to put her own stream channel with the. This is the first time I've ever. No. I'm not clicking. Oh, it's playing
今日
itself.
は久しぶりの雑談枠ってことでね。 いろいろおしゃべりしていければいいなって思います。
Yeah, I can't do it. For some reason, I can't take my eyes off of her.
てやー、私放送の告知してないじゃん。完全ゲリラじゃん。やばやば。ちょっと待ってね。今告知してくるから。
Yeah.
これでよしと。ふう、焦った。それでね、今日は夢の話をしようと思って配信の枠を取ったんだ。すっごい不思議な夢だったからみんなにも聞いてほしいの。
Of course,
夢
would
の
be something
中で
Aqua would
ね、
do.
私は貴族に仕えるメイドさんになってたの。船長が先輩メイドで、お嬢様が吹雪ちゃん。私はスーパーウルトラなんでもパーフェクトなメイドさんって言いたい
Yeah,
ところ
right.
なんだけど、新人だったから結構ミスが多かったんだよね。料理失敗したり、バケツひっくり返したり。
So again, normal you.
ってちょっとコメントさ、なんで想像通りとかそれはそうってのばっかなの。料理ぐらいちゃんとできますし、あんなのレシピ通りにすれば失敗しないじゃん。
Chat's going crazy and I can hardly read any of it. She's really popular. Oh,
それ
yes.
でまあメイドとして毎日を過ごしてたんだけど、最後はあんまり後味良くなかったんだよね。敵に追われて森に逃げ込む羽目になって、最後は崖から飛び降りて、思わず夢占いで調べちゃったよね。やばい夢見ちゃったんじゃないかって思って。
Working as a maid in a mansion, jumping off a cliff. It's so much like my dream that there's no way this can be a coincidence. I can't quite explain, but I feel something strange in me trying to get out, urging me to call out to her.
でもね、なんか忘れてる気がするんだよね。夢の内容はだいたい合ってるはずなんだけど、船長と吹雪ちゃんの他にもう一人いる気がしてさ。誰だったんだろう。まあリスナーのみんなからしたら知らんがなって話だよね。ごめんね、変な話しちゃって。
No, I'm sure I know you. Otherwise, there's no other reason for my heart to be pounding this much. Wanting to somehow tell her about these feelings, I start typing a comment. Broken bonds can always be mended. But the words filled with my heartfelt thoughts get immediately lost in a sea of comments. It only appears for a few seconds, so there's no way she could have seen it. But just as I think that,
絆は途切れてもまた結び直せる。え、これって。
really? She stays silent for a bit.
ああ、みんなごめんね。ちょっとぼーっとしてた。じゃあ次の話題ね。最近ハマってるゲームがあって。
Like Philippine Swish, she brushes it off and returns to her stream. I don't know how or why she singled out my comment or why it made her freeze. But I don't think it's a coincidence that we pretty much had the same exact dream. I wonder if there's some kind of connection. I subscribed and decided to continue watching her streams. We're doing a senseless plug.
ああ、今日の配信も楽しかったな。毎日やること多くて大変だけど、明日も頑張ろうって思えたな。
I remember the beautiful starry sky from my dream. My childhood days as a farmer. So this is Aqua's perspective, okay. And the days I spent at the mansion as a
あ
maid.
と、大切な人と過ごした忘れられない日々。
I couldn't say on my stream, but we shared a deep, everlasting bond. I can't remember what kind of person he was, but it was just a dream anyway, so none of it's probably even real. but I don't want to forget these feelings I have in my heart. Broken bonds can always be mended.
二人が思い合えばいつか必ず絆は結び直せるんだ。あなたもきっとそう思ったんだよね。
I think about the person who showed up in the comments, whose face I don't even know. I don't know why they said those exact words, but I feel the same way. As always, the night sky I see from my window is different from the one in my dream, but somehow it feels similar.
高いところにいて雲が急に晴れて満月を見て、その直前に歌ってたのは確かこの曲だったっけ。
Silently, I take a deep breath. Wherever you are in this world, I hope this song reaches you. And I'm going to mute that. Of course we know who three of the cast are. Oh my gosh. And sadly, I've been watching clips of them because I've been watching Fuamoko. That's how I know a lot of things. Really? We seriously going to have things from their streams in this now? Oh my gosh. That's Aqua's loading screen. But yeah, I've watched a few clips, but can't watch their streams in full because I don't fully understand Japanese. Really, doing one of her 3D concerts. I will say, even for people that don't know what Hollow Live is or any of the talents, this would be something that you could easily just play and enjoy the story. Because even me, I really never watched anyone from Hollow Live except for Fuamoko, but that's due to other reasons. Um, I don't really know much about the other talents. I'm slowly learning it through the clips, but the clips don't tell you everything. Um, but it's I could see all the talents maybe eventually doing a visual novel themselves. Let's see, Error's not any of it. Um, uh, oh, of course it's produced by Aqua. Is that going to be the end? Nope. Yep. So that is actually the end of it. You guys are muted, so you're not going to hear the song, but um, uh, shit. I know why this is going by that because I switched it right now. Let me do this because I'll be able to find it quicker that way. Um, I added it recently. Where is it? Because I know. Uh, oh great. How far long ago did I add it? Okay, yeah. There's there's three. Ollie has one. Crone has one, and Mari has one. Mari's. Oh, it's one of those side scroll. Okay, it's one of those horror. So this is just like Corone's. It's a horror visual novel. So Higurashi, and I think Ollie's is the same as this one. Uh, I know it's a visual novel. Yeah. Um. So yeah, but so yeah, there's four games. It makes me wonder. That's the only one from Indonesia. Hell, and I know you have the um Hollow Cure, Hollow Showdown. Well, they got a whole bunch. Hollow Parade, Hollow Break, Chrono Box. Okay, it looks like a whole bunch of like mini game type things. Which okay. So yeah, this was pretty good. I did enjoy it. Uh, but those on YouTube, this will be the end of your session for this, and actually this series. I don't know what's going to be replacing it yet because I haven't figured that out. But well, we'll see what we get next, and whatever series could, whatever I stream next is what you guys get. But we'll see you with those streams.